Do you believe a completely useless pill could make your pain disappear? It sounds like one of those miracle cures advertised all over the internet. But here's the funny part. Science has actually found that this can happen. Welcome to the placebo effect, a phenomenon where your brain occasionally acts like an overly enthusiastic customer support representative. Need medicine. The medicine hasn't arrived yet, but I can see you're really expecting it to work, so I'll handle it for now. The story became famous in 1955 when a physician named Henry Beecher published a paper called The Powerful Placebo. After reviewing multiple medical studies, he noticed that a significant number of patients reported improvements even when they were given nothing more than a placebo. In other words, a treatment with no active ingredient, just a pill that looked exactly like real medicine. And the patient's brain looked at it and said, "Oh, I guess we're getting better now." Sounds ridiculous, right? But here's where things get interesting. Later studies using brain imaging found that when people believe they're receiving treatment, their brains actually change the way they function. They can release endorphins, the body's natural painkillers. In other words, you have a headache. A doctor hands you a sugar pill. You take it, and your body reacts as if it just received real medication. So, how exactly does the placebo effect work? There are two main mechanisms. The first is expectation. If you believe a treatment will help you feel better, your brain starts preparing for that possibility. It changes how you perceive pain, discomfort, anxiety, and many other symptoms. The second mechanism is learning from experience. Imagine you've taken medicine every time you've been sick for your entire life. Your brain gradually learns that medicine means relief is on the way. It's like hearing the dinner bell and suddenly feeling hungry before you've even seen the food. Sometimes just seeing a familiar pill is enough to trigger a response from the body. And this is where things get really interesting. The placebo effect doesn't just show up in hospitals. It's everywhere, from dietary supplements, to skincare products, to anything marketed with the magical phrase, scientifically proven by experts. Nobody knows which experts. Nobody knows where the research was done. But it sure sounds impressive, and just like that, people start feeling results almost immediately. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean those products are useless, but it does show how strongly expectations can shape our experiences. Expensive coffee often tastes better. A bottle of wine with a higher price tag is often perceived as higher quality. Larger pills are frequently seen as more powerful than smaller ones. Sometimes the human brain evaluates quality based on confidence rather than evidence. Kind of like the comment section on social media. But hold on. Don't click away from this video and start treating cancer with positive thinking. This is probably the biggest misunderstanding about the placebo effect. The placebo effect is real, but it is not magic. It tends to work best on subjective symptoms such as pain, anxiety, nausea, fatigue, and stress things, where the brain plays a major role in how they're experienced. But if you break a bone, believing really hard won't make it grow back. If you have a serious bacterial infection, the bacteria don't care how optimistic you are. They will continue multiplying anyway. That's why the placebo effect cannot replace treatments that have been scientifically proven to work. It can support recovery. It can reduce symptoms. It can help patients feel better. But it is not a magic wand that cures everything. And now for the final plot twist. Scientists have discovered that in some cases, placebos can still work even when patients know they're taking a placebo. That's right. You're told in advance, this is a fake pill. You take it, and somehow, you still feel better. It sounds like your brain is tricking itself, then falling for its own trick, and then carrying on like nothing happened. If that doesn't perfectly describe the human experience, I don't know what does. So what's the takeaway? The human body isn't just a biological machine. It's also a prediction machine. What you believe can influence how you experience the world, sometimes quite dramatically. But belief doesn't replace reality. A sugar pill doesn't become real medicine just because you hope hard enough. The placebo effect shows us that the brain is more powerful than we often realize. At the same time, it reminds us that the brain may also be the biggest troll you'll ever encounter. It can make you feel worse. It can make you feel better. And sometimes, it can convince you that you're getting healthier thanks to a pill that contains nothing but hope.